Detoxification is no longer a luxury. It's essential to living in the body you deserve. I'm Dr. McCulix, and welcome to Chapter 9, Toxin Free. And this is our testosterone reset, our final hormone reset. So toxin free is the focus of this reset. And we're going to talk a little bit about the science behind why it's important to help our bodies detoxify in order to have our best results with weight loss and healing our metabolisms once and for all. We are confronted by an astounding number of toxins day in and day out. Things like herbicides, pesticides, GMOs, preservatives in food, the plastic lining on your can of tuna fish, synthetic chemicals found in our hair and skin and beauty products. All of these take their toll on our bodies and can accumulate in our systems. And something that makes it even worse is that our fat cells tend to be really efficient at storing these toxins, which makes it harder for our liver to process them and for our bodies to properly eliminate them. So what's the problem with this? Well, the problem, especially when it comes to weight loss, is that these toxins that are, entering our bodies can act as endocrine disruptors. And in Dr. Gottfried's book, she goes on to say even, that they are metabolic blockers. Let's take the category of androgen disruptors for a moment. So androgens refers to the testosterone hormone and a related set of hormones in that family. And things like bisphenols, phthalates, and mycotoxins are chemicals that can enter our body and disrupt the normal functioning of our androgens. So what we see in women is that these chemicals can actually increase our testosterone levels, and in men can actually decrease their testosterone levels. So we have studies referencing young women who have higher levels of bisphenol A, for example, detected on lab draw in their bloodstreams. And these women also have higher testosterone levels and more of a risk or propensity towards hormone imbalances such as polycystic ovarian syndrome. This condition has been associated with more tendency towards obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and infertility in many women down the line. So you can see where these toxins in our environment really need to be paid attention to, and even more than just for weight loss purposes are really affecting our health and potentially making us quite sick. Okay, I hope I have not totally depressed everybody, but there are things that we can do to help protect ourselves from these toxins entering our body in the first place, as well as increasing our body's ability to eliminate them and get rid of them. So on the avoidance side of the spectrum would be to look at our skincare products. Number one, it's so easy to look at the label, look for something that's maybe approved by European Union and has less toxic chemicals in it to begin with. The Environmental Working Group is also a great online resource. If you're not sure about an ingredient, you can always go there. And spoiler alert, just because it's FDA approved does not mean it doesn't contain many of these harmful substances. So we really do have to take it upon ourselves to do a little bit of our own work here. But our bodies will thank us for it. Our children will thank us for it. Our environment will thank us for it. It's well worth it. Okay, along the lines of, just detoxing toxins that may already be in our systems just from day-to-day life exposures, things that can be done are, drinking warm lemon water daily or each morning, You guessed it, eating that 1 pound of veggies a day. Increasing your fiber if your tummy allows, 35 to even 45 grams a day is a wonderful way, as the fiber tends to bind with these things and help remove it out of our system. And then also things like seeds and spices in our cooking, as those support the liver in its phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification pathways. And of course, not using plastics for storage of our food, and certainly not microwaving our food in plastics. That can just, break down the plastic, and those chemicals are more likely to seep right into your food, and then you're going to consume that. And then lastly, getting out for fresh air. Sometimes, indoor air can be a little recycled and a little toxic. And fresh water, and knowing your water source. Maybe it's time for a water purification system, or something to that idea in your household. Going over to the supplement category for this reset of toxin-free, we encourage the use of minerals, micronutrients, through a really great methylated vitamin with chelated minerals for higher bioavailability and higher absorption. The cell to soul practice for this reset involves watching our toxic thoughts and kind of ridding and cleansing our bodies of the negative emotions that can go along with that. So the recommendation is to use a journal where we would write down our toxic thoughts and then write a counter statement to that toxic thought. Like, I'll never be able to rid myself of all these toxins. And then your counter statement is, I am well on my way to preventing excess toxins from coming into my body, as well as supporting my body in eliminating ones that may already be there. Okay, so that's a very helpful one. Also focusing on the positive thoughts, always a good idea. And then exercise for this reset is actually revolving around a yoga practice, which is called Agni Sara, which means fire essence. And this is a practice I would recommend, you can look it up on YouTube or something like that. Building this into your breathing techniques and your HIIT workouts, or maybe doing it on alternate days, would all fit in really wonderfully. So that is toxin-free, your testosterone hormone reset. We have completed all the resets, and I'm so proud for you sticking with it this far. I did notice back in the last chapter, she actually reintroduced grass-fed and organic beef. So hopefully, you can introduce that this week as well, and continue to get your veggies alongside. Okay, see you for the wrap-up chapter next.